In an ancient Japanese village near a dense forest, there lived a righteous young girl. Life had been quite nice to her until her mother caught a severe disease, making her unable to go to work. Seeing her mother suffering severely, she wanted to help, so she took a job working at a rich woman's house far from home, hoping to earn some money to pay for her treatment. Every day after her work, the girl would return to her small room and vent out all her worries and hopes to a small mask that had the shape of her mother's. This daily ritual gave her comfort beyond measure, creating the illusion that her mother was with her every day. One day, her twisted colleagues decided to torment the helpless child. They traded the mask with an Oni mask, complete with the face of a demon, sharp horns, and a menacing grin. A cold shiver ran down her spine when the girl entered her room and saw the Oni mask staring back at her. She had a feeling that it was a sign, a dark omen that her mother's condition had become worse. She began to imagine the worst, and without further thought, she informed the rich woman that she had to leave at once to visit her mother. The gullible young girl ran as fast as her legs would carry her, longing to see her mother. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Along the way, she came upon a group of men, deep in gambling around a campfire. They were all rugged and dubious, and when the girl tried to get past them, they got hold of her. She explained her predicament to them, but it fell on deaf ears. The heartless gamblers couldn't care less about the little girl and forced her to tend to the fire so it wouldn't die out. Her heart ached for her mother, but she had no choice but to submit to the will of these men. As the night reached its zenith and the flames crackled higher, the girl's concern for her mother grew. She turned to her only companion, the Oni mask in her bag. The Oni mask gave her a strange positive energy. Perhaps the mask could protect her, she thought. With shaking hands, she placed the mask over her face. Suddenly, the flames roared, and in the forefront, the masked girl. Through the dancing flames, the gamblers saw not a helpless young girl, but a ghastly Oni, its eyes glowing with the light of the fire. They screamed in horror, thinking a vengeful monster had come to penalize them for their sins. In their panic, they ran away from the campfire, leaving their riches behind. The girl, astounded by the event unfolding, was now all alone and carefully took off the mask. The fire had calmed down to embers, and the once chaotic scene was eerily still. The honest girl gathers all the money left behind and waits for the gamblers to return for it. But as time passed, no one was to be seen. Then she remembers her sick mother and runs to her. She raced home, her heart beating loudly, with the coins jingling in her bag. When she reached home, she saw her mother not worse, but much better than before. Her mother smiled contentedly on seeing her daughter, her health improving with each passing day. The money she had collected from the gamblers was more than enough to cover the cost of medicine, food, and the comfort her mother needed. From then onwards, the girl never returned to the wealthy lady's house and stayed with her mother throughout. The Oni mask was carefully treasured by the girl as a way of saying thanks for changing their lives forever.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to get more content like this.